I was one of 21,490 people to attend Unrivaled in Philly, and this is how it went. So I took the Amtrak from Virginia all the way to Philly, and the ride was mostly smooth. I had a little snack with me, did a little bit of work, seen some of the scenic views. It was straightforward. I got there safe and sound. When I got there, I thought I might have made a mistake with my attire. I wanted to be comfortable on the train, so I decided what better outfit than some leggings and my favorite shoes, Crocs. And as I had to walk through to this train, I knew that was a mistake. But I prevailed. I got to my bestie's house and we ended up going to this place called Juan Tamales, so we can get some dinner before I went to the game. Now, Philly knew they needed to do better about cleaning up these sidewalks, but I don't know if they could really have done too much just because it was stupid cold outside. So we get in there, and the first thing I order is a passion fruit Doritos. And I don't know why I was looking at it so quizzically because I order passion fruit tea all the time. So I don't know why I was acting shocked. Our food came out pretty quickly. I got chicken nachos, pork tacos, and my bestie got ramen. And honestly, it was pretty good. The nachos had an interesting taste to them, but that's neither here nor there. It got really late, so we had to Uber to the arena. And honestly, I originally thought I was going to take the train, but that with how cold it was outside, that would have been a bad idea. So Uber was the absolute correct answer. Our Uber driver was cool. He got us in there pretty quickly and pretty close, if I do say so. So yeah, because we were late, the intros had already started, and of course I had to stop and see my girl because this is who I came to see. This is who I was in the building for. And I had to stop and see Ka do her little speech because that was cute. I really loved all the things that Unrivaled has done for her and, putting this whole event together. So I got to my seat. Yes, I was sitting in heaven. But you know what? Sometimes I like sitting in the nosebleeds because you can just kind of take in how massive an event is. And Unrivaled in Philly was huge. The seats were full. Like, people ended up sitting behind me. It was a whole thing. Okay, so I do need to whack the announcers a little bit because several times the game started and they just didn't announce it. They didn't say the game resumed or nothing. The music just cut off, or the music would still be playing and they start playing. But that's neither here nor there. Breeze Phantom game 1. It was so fun. They was going band for band. Dom and Rakia both having bust downs is still bad. They shouldn't have did that. One of my favorite things ever is when they do these drops, and Sephora did, the gift card drop. So that was fun. People were going crazy. People be low-key fighting for these things, and it's probably $10 on that card. But hey, $10 is $10. I get it. The game got super close, and that's what I was here for. I was hoping that it would be a good game, but Breeze was making it a little too competitive. Just a tad too competitive. And before the fourth quarter started, they wanted to do swag surf. And honestly, I think we need to stop doing the swag surf at events that are not for Black people. Controversial, but I'm going to stand on that because we not swag surfing, guys. They had to show Leslie Jones, who is now one of my faves because she loves Aaliyah. Dawn and Tierra Whack. Oh my God, I was screaming. I wish I was down there to meet them. Oh, it was exciting though. I'm glad they were putting all these people on the screen. Now we're at basically game point. So I'm going to just let y'all hear how I was acting in there. But spoiler alert, you really should turn your volume down now. Now we got to the intermission. They had Lay Banks perform. And if I'm going to be honest, I think Lay Banks was a little bit too young for that Unrivaled crowd. The crowd was very 25 plus. Lay Banks doesn't give that. I sat through the intros for the Rose versus the Lunar Owls. Of course, I had to scream for my girl Chelsea. Now, she's not in my usual phase, but I was carrying on for Big Mama Sky. She is so funny for this hootie hoo thing. Now, unfortunately for me, I had the bright idea to go to the merch stand so I can make sure I got my fancy crop before I left Philly. And that was a mistake because that meant I missed the full first quarter. So yes, I missed the Marina Mayberry Magnet Ball first quarter. That was insane. Now, the score doesn't really reflect this, but it did. It was a little bit tense up in there. It was still a little bit tense in there. And Shakira Austin was hooping, y'all. She had like 27, 30 by the end of that game. And although Marina Mayberry airballs this shot, the game ended how it was supposed to. And let's look. Now, Marina did give us a little cute, heartfelt message and, shout out to Jersey, I suppose. But I was only here for one thing and one thing only. So let's get to it.
I gotta come to Mama Sky. She knows what time it is. Mama Sky, you better lead it. What do the people gotta say?
Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Big hootie energy.
And to end the night, I had to take the train back to my bestie's house. And yes, I looked disheveled because it was a disheveling experience. Maybe I'll tell y'all about that. Maybe I won't. But I got my fancy crop and an Unrivaled tee, so I'm happy. Philly owes me nothing.